Yay Media Group.
Hey guys, it's Steph.
I'm Trey.
Stephanie, sorry. And this is your weekly dose of BS. Just you know what? I have to wake up at 6:20 every morning for carpool. And we had our Christmas New Year break for a while, and I'm still struggling. I am on the struggle bus. I've also had horrible nightmares every day this week.
Oh, wait, why?
Like, I am not joking when I say it's been horrible. Kind of the same theme, but like a different way every
wait, what's the theme?
night. I will tell you the last 2 nights because I remember them vividly. I woke up and told Travis, I'm like, this is what my dream was about. I mean, they're horrible. And watch there be some dream interpreter. And if this means something bad's going to happen in my life, don't tell me.
Ooh.
But okay, so my dream is, the first night that I remember, which was 2 nights ago, I am this is so weird. I'm at a church, okay? Like, and not a church I've ever gone to, by the way. And I'm on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
And on vacation, I'm at a church. I decided to go to a church, I guess. My family, like it's me, Travis, Chance, and Cruz, right? And it's all these other people. And there's another couple that I knew from the Four Seasons, okay? And this couple kind of used to annoy me. I'm going to be honest, but they were there as well, okay, with their family. But nobody else. I don't know where we were, but it was a church. And I know they had a huge, like kind of pool, like water for
like a baptism pool?
but like huge and deep. So not a normal bathtub. Okay. So it was weird. It was almost like
tank.
It was like very strange. Okay. So then at some point, like the person who was kind of in charge, which I don't know if it was, I feel like then I was like, oh gosh, I accidentally joined a cult, said that we all had to die. Like we all had to die. And it was 4 people a day had to die. And there were like 50 of us. And my husband was like, I was like, thank God Travis is here because my husband was like trying to get us out of there, right? But I remember being like, oh my gosh, we have our luggage. How are we going to sneak out of here? And Travis was like, girl, we're not taking our luggage. But I remember the people I did not like at the Four Seasons, like the girl had to so they died. Anyways, they were like killing people. It was horrible. Okay. It's people dying. Okay. So then, but me trying to find a way to save my family. Okay. Like the family, like from dying, right? And me trying not to die. It was pretty much me trying not to die and figuring out like, oh God. So then last night I had a dream that I was at a house, not my house, by the way, which is also kind of weird, right? And it's like my children, Travis and I, and my kids had a bunch of like friends over, but friends I'd never met before. But there were probably like 30 kids. Okay. But no kids I knew. My kids, Travis and I. And there was this killer on the loose, right? And he was like going and like, it was almost like we were in Scream, you know, like where somebody was dying like every day or something. And like they were like all these kids that like were in this house, but I didn't know, but like somehow were with us, like kept dying, right? Like getting murdered by this like madman. And then at the end of my dream, there were like only like 6 of us left, right? And it was horrible. And I was trying to like walk around, see where this person's getting in. And I was like, oh, this gate like isn't shutting correctly. Maybe that's something so stupid. Maybe that's the thing. So then for some reason, Chance and I were alone, my oldest son. And I was like, I am not letting you out of my sight. He was going to bed and there was like a couch. It was almost like a pull-out bed in the living room. And I was like, you are not sleeping in here alone. I'm sleeping with you because somebody's trying to kill us all. So then we go to sleep and then I wake up with him being like, I need to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. And I was like, absolutely not. You're not going to the bathroom by yourself. Okay. And then, so we go, and this is again, not my house. This is not a house I've ever been in. Is just a little creepy old big house, but creepy. So I follow him to the bathroom and he goes to open the door and I'm like, absolutely not. You're not. I need to check to make sure you're okay before you go into this potty. Okay. So I open the door and there's like, whenever you go in, like right in front of me, there's a toilet. And then to the corner of the toilet, to the side of the toilet, there's a shower with a shower curtain. So I go in, I have not a flashlight. I have no weapon either, which you think I'd be smarter in my dream. Like no weapon at all. There's a toilet and there's a shower curtain. So I go in to kind of check things out. The shower curtain opens up and this guy, I do not know what he looked like, but I know he had bushy hair, lunges at me. I have nothing but my hands to protect myself. So I grab his hair and start pulling it and tell Chance to run and get out of there. And then I wake up.
Oh,
it's horrible. Like I literally feel like,
I hope someone is listening to this.
I really like, it's that. So crazy. Like, I don't know if.
Interesting.
Yes. So it's like super weird. So it's like all these random people.
How long have you been having these dreams?
Like this week, super weird. Nothing has really happened in my life that's like bad. I feel like my life is actually really good right now, which is why I'm like,
I wonder if you're just like worried about like security and safety, especially with like,
so maybe that's what it is. Because I think maybe that's what it is because Trey and I have been looking for, okay, so Travis and I are redoing our home in Dallas and we're going to probably move out like sometime in March, right? I don't know if it's beginning or end of March. And so Trey and I have been looking at places and like my biggest concern right now, I feel very secure and safe because our house is gated. We have an alarm system. It's like we are very secure. I also have a 98-year-old man that lives in our guest house, has nothing better to do than to check on our house at every time of the day because his kind of overlooks ours. So, and two real annoying dogs that bark at everything that walks by, including raccoons, which we have a million. So we're looking to move out and I think we're going to have to be out of there between 10 months to a year. Because we're redoing the floors, the kitchen, just everything. It just needs a lot of work. And we've also had like water heaters breaks. We had some flooding damage that we need to fix. So it's just a lot of stuff. And we're taking our house, we're not adding square footage, but we're taking our house from a 3-bedroom to a 5-bedroom. So, which I think makes more sense.
Yeah.
Just really reconfiguring the whole thing out. And so I've been looking with Trey for places to live. And Travis is like, I want you to kind of, look and then find what, give me your like best, like 2 or 3 options. And then, I'll go in from there. So I'm kind of doing the legwork. And I told Trey, I was like, I feel like strangely enough, I don't know if I want to live in a house. I think I may want to live like in an apartment or a condo because security is a big issue for me. And I want to make sure my children are safe. I want to make sure that like, that my family's very safe. And so whenever we look at homes, they're not gated, so such like
and
first
even
world
just
problem. But like,
adding in the fact that like people know who you are.
Yeah. Like I just want to make sure that
there's a level of,
that I'm not putting my family in a dangerous position. So we went and looked at.
Because remind you that like season 1 of the show, you had people even like get through the gates of your guarded neighborhood and show up to your house. So that you have every reason to feel like,
yeah, like I just don't want
situations.
I don't want to be in a situation where I don't feel safe. And and Travis travels enough to where I feel like it would be a very big spiral very quickly with me because it just makes me nervous. So whenever we're looking, like there are these great homes that are for rent, but a lot of them I don't feel like are secure enough for my liking. Now, I'm not saying that most people would not find, I'm just saying for me, I'm just used to having such a secure house. So my biggest fear was like not having that. So we looked at an apartment, like in a great
high rise.
Like a high rise, yeah. And they have this great like 3-bedroom. The rooms are, it's a lot smaller than my house, which I don't dislike that. But the kids' bedrooms are tiny and they're like, think that
This building has one of the biggest 3-bedroom units like in the city. And it's a great unit, but the boys' bedrooms would be smaller than our studio room right now.
Yeah.
And Chance called me after we saw it. He was like, what in the world was that? And then Stephanie made a great point. She was like, well, that's how big like rooms are like out in the world.
Yeah. I was like, my room growing up was about that big. Like I had a twin bed and a dresser.
The boys they have really big rooms right now.
Yeah. I'm like, what does he need?
Yeah.
That for?
Which actually, I really can't wait for him to like get his own apartment and realize,
I cannot wait but maybe that's what it is. I've been so stressed because every time Trey sends me a house and they're beautiful, we're actually going to go look at one after this. I'm like, I love it, but I'm actually kind of scared to be in an unsafe.
Yeah.
I'm scared to put my family in an unsafe situation.
All right. I'm going to pause you right there. We got to take a quick break, but we will be right back. Stephanie, as you were saying,
so even though it's like tight quarters and like, you know, I don't know. I told Trey, there's a part of me that likes the idea that it's tight quarters because I have 2 more years left with my 16-year-old before he goes to college. And both of our Dallas and Montana house are very big. And sometimes I feel like we're not always together as a family because there's so much space for us to ignore each other, to escape, I guess, and have your own space. So I kind of like the fact that there's not as much personal space because I think it's going to really...
The boys are also super excited.
Yeah, they're not.
I was like, Cruz, are you supposed to have less space? He was like, yeah, sure.
But they're not. But I think it'll just make us that much closer as a family.
She's like, give us a studio.
And Travis is all about it too. Like, and for the same reasons I am. He's like, I would like to just be... I think it like the togetherness, I think, is what Travis and I are most excited about, but also the security. And I like the fact that there's a gym there. And I think there's apartment living is kind of fabulous. I
had a high rise in Victory Park and I loved it. Zach did not love it. I think it's because like he wasn't on the lease, so they like treated him like a guest. But I was like, I could valet my car. It was wonderful.
Yeah, they have
I got
valet.
all the tea from the concierge and what was going on in the building. It was amazing.
And I like that this building's like only 60% occupied, which is right. And the level that we're gonna live, like the whatever we're going to live in, what do you call it? The floor?
The floor, yeah.
That we're going to live in, nobody lives on it right now. Like
and no one's ever lived on it.
And nobody's ever lived on it. It's new. So we'd be the only ones. I kind of like being the Lone Ranger.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to like throw stink bombs out every time they try to show it to somebody else. Right. So they're like, we don't want to live on this floor because I love having a floor to myself. But they have a place for Cruz's bike. They have a gym that I would use, Travis would use, Chance would use. And it's a great gym. It's new. It's pretty. I feel like they could have done
Travis can park all his cars there.
Yeah, Travis can. They're willing to take all. Like Travis collects like these older cars. They're willing to take all of those, and they're just being very nice. And is it going to be a change? Yes, but also like I was not raised with a lot, so I think it's. I don't think it's a. I think it's great. Like I'm kind of excited to have like a little bit of a simpler life.
There was something that like always sticks out to me. And same thing with like HOAs is. This building in particular, they have really been very gracious and they've been easy to work with, very easy to respond to. There's another building I called yesterday. I called them 4 times and finally someone called me back like 8 hours later and was like, hey, we have a unit. And I was like, never mind, we're good. And the reason that is because if I had to call 4 times, you know, whatever. But once you live there, if Travis has to call 4 times, God help them.
He will not be happy. Yes.
Yeah. I was like, this is not the one.
No, you have to be responsive. It'll drive him crazy.
Well, on that note, we got to go find a house.
Yes. So thank you. That was the weirdest. Sorry if I like stressed anyone out about my dream, but trust me, if you were stressed out, think about how I feel. I'm very stressed out. Okay. So I am just pray for me. Pray for me. Thank you guys so much. You can follow me at Steph Hollman on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
You can follow me at Trey_Stewart. You can follow our podcast at BS the Podcast. You can watch us on YouTube at Weekly Dose of BS.
Bye.
Yay Media Group.